Hi, my name is Ciara and I was diagnosed with PCOS about 3 years ago. I had been trying to conceive with my husband for about 2 years off and on, and nothing was happening. We were just kind of doing it naturally to begin with, and then yeah, nothing was really coming of it. So I decided to start taking OPKs, ovulation predictors, to see when I was ovulating so that we could kind of time it a little bit better. And I never got a positive one. And I was like, am I reading these wrong, or am I not doing this right, or what's going on? So I decided to set up an appointment with my OB. So he told me that he suspected it was PCOS just because of my irregular periods, my lack of ovulation, and I had some acne and stuff like that. So we did some blood work and an ultrasound, and we confirmed that it was PCOS. It was about July 2017. The most frustrating part about my journey with PCOS is probably how helpless you feel whenever you're trying to conceive. You want so badly to become a mom, and everyone around you seemingly is having no issue with that. Instead, you are left with months and months and months of negative tests and disappointment, and I don't know, it just feels like the ultimate betrayal. Your body just will not do what it's supposed to do naturally, and it's really taxing. I have had 2 successful pregnancies since my diagnosis. My first pregnancy, I had to do a couple medicated cycles. So I tried Clomid to no avail, and then on my first cycle on letrozole or Mira, I received my very first OPK, and then my very first pregnancy test out of hundreds that I had taken over the years. About a year after my first daughter was born, I was able to conceive naturally for my second daughter. For my second pregnancy, I tracked my cycle with OPKs, and I just prayed that I was reading them correctly, and a couple weeks later, I saw those 2 little pink lines. My advice for women trying to conceive with PCOS would just be to stay positive and trust that you will become a mom. I look back on all those years of trying, and I almost feel grateful that I wasn't able to get pregnant all those times, because if I had, it would have been a totally different egg and a totally different embryo, and ultimately a totally different baby that I would have met in 9 months. Yeah, I would have never met my 2 beautiful daughters that were handpicked just for me, and I couldn't imagine. Trying to conceive is exhausting. Coming home after a long day and almost forcing yourself to try that night because you could be ovulating. Probably not, but on the off chance that you are and you don't try that night, you could waste that whole cycle. It is so much pressure. I think the Mira Fertility Tracker could aid in that department. You could know that tonight's just not the night, and you and your significant other could just relax and wait till tomorrow to test. I think it would take a lot of the guesswork out of it and relieve a lot of that pressure.